everybody, welcome back to beautiful Canmore for the 23rd Big Bear Classic. We're here on the back nine, and let's get ready to have some fun, Matt.
Hell yeah. Thank you again to the patrons of Park Pro. You can sign up, look us up on Patreon, Park Pro. Also PDGA Canada, helping make this tournament happen, making courses happen all over your country, and with the coverage, everything. PDGA Canada goes a long way to help. And also Disc Golf Park Canada. Man, if you ever wanted to know what a disc golf park looked like, this is the perfect example.
Yep.
Who do we? What did we see on the front nine there, Jeremy?
On the front nine? Well, we didn't see any big bears, but there were some on the course over the weekend. But we do have a Coda, Zach, Jeremy, and Thomas in the wild trying to fight their way through the course. Three of us over par. Thomas sneakily under par at -2. So we'll see what happens on the back nine. Hopefully some of us can pick it up, and if Thomas can just keep the good times going.
Yeah, I love these player cards. Thomas Kuhn representing Gateway Discs this year.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super cool for him.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just struck by the views that are up there.
It's incredible, and it's even better in person. If you haven't been out there, you got to add this to your bucket list of courses to play in Western Canada.
Yeah. Let's start with hole 10, kind of winding its way. You can start to see the green coming in. Blue band on the basket. The common miss is on the left-hand side. That's kind of where you want. But also common right side is those early trees, foresty area. And then sometimes if you throw a big enough ante, or if it antes out, sometimes it floats all the way down that trail, and you've got a whole forest to work your way through on the way up too. So there's lots of danger, but if you can nail a shot, oh man, does it feel good on this hole.
Yeah, it's pretty common because it's 340 feet, fairly uphill, it's pretty common to over-tug one over to the right, and Coda.
Great shot.
That is a spectacular shot.
That's really good. That normally would have gone down the hill.
Yeah.
But it must have thrown just with such force that it just crashed into the trees.
Yeah, that tree trunk guarding the basket. Also a great shot by Zach here. Hits the same tree trunk.
Again?
I think that's a tree trunk. It might be a rock. It might be an anthill.
Oh, we had a bet between hole 9 and hole 10. Who can hit that raw if we can as a group?
Well, I hope you pay it up to
we sure
Zach
did.
and Coda there.
Yep. They walked away with a few bagels after the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice shot by Thomas.
I'm going with that Sheriff again just to see what can happen, and there it is.
Yep.
Nice.
Greedy. Got a little greedy on the line.
Very greedy, and these I forgot how bad these trees are, or sorry, let's say how good these trees are.
It's not the tree's fault.
Making it an elastic collision and shooting your disc back at least 10 feet.
Yeah. And you got a lot of ground to make up on this shot.
Yeah.
And it looks like you've just about done it. A little bit too much Anheuser.
But
not a bad shot from where you were.
You got a putt. That's the important part.
Yeah. This has got to be 50 feet.
Did I tell you I closed my eyes on this putt?
Did you really?
No, I didn't. No, they were wide open.
There we go.
But I was definitely pretty relieved after that.
It took you 9 holes, but you got the putter turned on. Wow.
Man,
and you inspired
again.
Thomas to do it. Another circle 2 putt. And this is a good birdie to get. This is a very good birdie to get. You're getting strokes on the field here.
Yeah.
Looks like a tree trunk.
You're getting strokes on the whole tournament.
Yeah.
You know what? You're getting strokes on all of North America in this hole.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Zach gets the birdie too.
Yeah.
A little bit of a smile. A little bit of a wry smile.
Kind of shakes it off and says, okay, next.
Yeah.
And then Coda.
Same spot. I mean, they might as well have shot the same disc on the same line here.
Let's call this cleaning up the birdie.
Wow.
So you don't normally see 3 birdies on this hole.
3 birdies, and your putt was almost birdie worthy. It was so good.
You know what? Can we just change my score on
No, that's cheating.
No, it's not.
Yes, it's cheating. You know what? Can't do that.
No. Okay, if I
we'll
say
give you
it,
a replay.
If you second it, will you allow me to do this?
I don't second it, but I will second how great that putt was.
Oh, thanks.
Look at that. The fist pump.
Oh, very excited.
Jogging it in. Beauty. Hole 11. 295 feet straight up a tunnel. You gotta love these holes. I love it's a pretty tight tunnel. The drone flyover never really gives you an idea of how tight these things are, but this is a very precise shot you gotta hit. And you really want to throw something neutral the entire way because it will fall away to the left, and you can see how dense those trees are on the left. There are, again, some wood chips down right up here near the green, but it's a fast green, so throw mid, something with a neutral finish ideally, or you're going to be putting from down in the trees somewhere.
Yeah, and even if you try to land a little bit ahead and let it skip up to the basket, that's your best case, because if it skips right at the basket, you are headed right down that hill.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's unfortunately Zach hit a very common area.
The triple tree doink.
Yeah. Triple tree doink.
Yeah. Yeah, Coda just about had the right angle there. That's just one of those, if you'd had, 1 degree more anhyzer, a little bit flatter, that's going all the way to the basket, and he's good, but
yeah,
just fades out at the end.
And then you have the overcompensation, unfortunately, by watching everyone else.
Yeah.
Thomas, again, that normally would have faded back, but just kept going, and it hits an early tree and bounces right, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's like what disc is you throwing on this one? The wrong one. Oh, but you got the right tree bounce.
Well,
I'll take that.
I think it was a pink one. I can't remember which one it was. Yeah.
You say you'll take that. I think, you'll take that every
I'll
day.
take that any day. Yeah, this is just, it's such an innocent looking tree kick that turns into just a nightmare to fight through.
He's now hit 5 trees on 2 shots, going for the record, I think.
Thomas Kuhn going for that one tree,
Yeah.
aka the basket.
That's why we call him Smoothie Kuhn.
I liked how we matched the slope just to slow down the disc a little bit.
Yeah. Really nice little nose up floater there.
Oh,
7 trees in 3 shots for Zach. Yep. That's what it's like in Canmore sometimes.
if you know how you guys plant trees whenever Dave Hohalter gets a birdie, or you
Yeah.
did that on one of your, you should do that for poor Zach, or anybody really.
Yeah, every tree that he hits on this hole, we
Or
plant a
just
tree for him.
Anybody who hits more than, let's say, 5 trees in a round or on a hole, you guys can donate money to
Whoa!
planting a tree or something.
Coda almost throws it in through
Coda,
the trees.
Still amazing. Forehand? Was that a forehand approach?
Yeah, it was a forehand throwing it through the trees. And you almost get that one to drop. Not quite.
I wanted to make sure that Matty Reardon tuned this basket up too. And it was a perfect D sharp.
Just checking the pitch on this one.
Yeah.
Par is a bit of a disappointment on this hole. You step up to it, the basket's right there in front of you, and you just think, I just got to throw 300 feet straight up a tunnel.
Yeah.
And,
nice finish by Zach, unfortunately for double bogey.
yeah.
Especially after the way he was playing the last couple holes.
Yeah, he had, I think,
really
3
picked it up.
birdies in the last 4 or 5 holes, so...
Yeah.
Boy,
Canmore.
This hole sort of ate you guys up on this one.
What can you say?
Yeah. Let's see this approach from Coda one more time.
Yo!
Oh!
Man,
Beautiful shot.
can I give a shout out to Park Pro for how well you guys have done for filming?
This looks pretty good.
You've done really good.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
What are we looking at for hole 12?
Hole 12, a funky little hole, out of bounds road on the right-hand side. It's kind of interesting because it almost looks like it's a forehand flex line that you want to put through.
Yeah.
Or you can get a neutral disc to flip up and just ride straight, hopefully towards the green. But that little gap, that little S gap at the end can cause a lot of troubles. Common hits end you up into the forest on the left-hand side. And that is easily just a layup for par at best if you can do it.
Yeah, pretty common to push too far left. You can see another basket in the background there. That was, I believe, hole 8 basket, and it's pretty common to go sliding down towards the next hole there.
Yes.
But this is unbelievable from Coda.
Did he just split the last trees?
He just pured the gap 100%.
Man.
This is a little overturn from Thomas. He's going to get kicked back to the fairway. Probably not the worst result. Just reminding yourself where the hole is.
Yeah.
Oh, this pink disc is an origin.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I think that's what I threw in the last hole, too.
Yeah.
Trying to get it to just pop up and ride
Just
flat.
a little bit of flip. Yeah.
And the mountains do it again.
I think you did it.
Elevation
But you did it too well.
all the way into the forest.
Been over there before.
Yeah. You've been down there before. Everyone's been down there before. That's a very common, if you don't get your disc riding flat long enough, that's a very common outcome.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little overturned too. To get the good kick back to the... Oh, no.
Oh.
The uncommon OB. It does happen.
Yeah, normally those trees will stop you before you have a chance to hit the road.
Yeah.
Or they just deflect your disc badly.
Man, tough break for Zach.
Yeah. But you know what? There's a water station on the next hole.
Yeah. Sometimes a backup.
That's all you need. Yeah.
Yep. very responsible up and down from there.
Yep. Got to reward safe play for that. Because, yeah, you try to go for it, all of a sudden you're back down the hole, or back down the hill, that's what I meant.
Yeah. What are you telling to the cameraman here?
I don't remember. I think I said...
Watch me throw this one in.
Watch me now. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me.
We're always watching. That's our job, Jeremy.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Was that
man.
Andre? Andre was falling?
I think that might have been Andre behind you.
Yeah. I had
What
a
a birdie by Coda, though.
Very much so. You guys sometimes make people on card do weird things just to...
No, we don't.
Fine.
Jeremy, why would you say that?
You trigger something in our brains to think that we can do something on camera and look cool.
No, we just stand there and point cameras at stuff. All right. We are through 12 holes here. And Ben Loggins, through 16 holes, is at 6 down. He's on a bit of a heater here. Scott Jameson out of Ontario just on his heels through 17 at 5 down. If they can get into the clubhouse at 5, 6, 7 down, they're going to be sitting pretty here. Mm-hmm. Scott Biker finishes with a 4 down through his round. Also really nice. He'd taken some time off for injury. Glad to see him back out there. We got Thomas is at 3 down, leading along with Brandon and Matt Picagnan, who's keeping that hot round going. Eric Lowen, always a favorite out here. He doesn't play a lot of tournaments, but he comes out to Big Bear usually and shreds this course up.
Shows us now how to play the game of disc golf out here.
Yeah.
And super nice guy.
And super nice guy.
Really fun to play around with.
Yeah. Hole 13 may be the hardest hole on the course. I don't know. That and 18, probably the two hardest and off the top of my head. Yeah. Maybe 16.
And the type of hole you can't really just throw a shot really hard.
Yeah.
It's more of a touchy tee shot and then a touchy approach shot.
Yeah. You can sort of go crazy and try and blast something down there as far as you can, but it usually doesn't work out for you. So laying up with a putter or an approach disc, something like that, a mid, just to give yourself a shot right down the window for your second shot. As you can see from the tee here, you really can't see much aside from the layup zone in front of you where you can see a couple of camera operators.
Yeah. Hit those trees, you're fighting to get out.
Yeah, that's nasty from there. He's probably in the layup or in pitch out territory from there.
Yeah. Thomas in trouble, but bounces back on the fairway.
I think it's going to be a little short of ideal there.
Yeah, you basically want to get right to the bottom of that, and that's what I was kind of hoping to do here. You don't want it to fade out because then you get caught in these trees on the left. Yeah. You really just want to be in the fairway about that same distance to have a good look.
Like a laser straight backhand or a forehand that finishes just sort of around the corner.
Yep.
I think Zach's going to have a tricky upshot from there, but it might be doable. Yeah, Thomas didn't quite make it far enough down the fairway. You can just sort of see as the fairway continues up and around to the right there, he's going to have to throw kind of a miracle Anheuser here. And it's bailing out early on him.
And did you mention that there was a gully that often will suck discs into it and just make life harder and harder? You're pitching out to the fairway if you're lucky in one.
Yeah.
Coda looks like he's
going up the inside route on the right. This is not a fairway that he's looking at.
No, this is not.
It's trees.
Nope.
He's in a forest.
Wow, that kicked hard right.
Yeah.
Zach.
He's almost at the sweet spot on this fairway.
It's kind of nice if you can get a disc just to sort of gently turn over towards the green.
Yeah. Oh, nice angle.
Going.
Oh, this looks really good. This
wow,
looks too good.
Long.
Great shot by Zach. He's going to have a look at it from there.
So.
And you're trying to decide what to do here.
I wish we could pause it and just ask, what would you do in a situation like this?
Oh, man.
So part of me would say, just pitch out to the fairway.
Yeah.
And
then your caddy, Mike Remick, what did he tell you to go for it or what? What happened there?
I think he just said play safe.
Oh, no. And you didn't listen to him?
And I did not listen to him.
Wow.
Yeah. There's that. But.
And then you got a wacky patent penny Anheuser that you put to 35 feet.
35 feet? Well, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
I don't really have words for that, Jeremy.
I think Mike Remick told me to throw that one, though.
Right.
Yeah, I think he told me to throw better.
Good. Always listen to your caddy.
Yep. Nice up. So we got a few putts around the green now.
Yeah. Let's see where Coda made it to here. He hit a tree pretty hard. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. That's an almost negative distance there.
Yep.
But He's a lot closer to the fairway now. Oh, man.
Oh, man. We're getting close to donating some more trees.
Yeah.
Come on, Coda, put this in.
And he made his way to 1 under here. So this is the course biting back.
Yep. The course giveth, the course taketh away in numbers.
This tournament really tests your patience sometimes.
Oh,
wow.
Sure. Except if you're Thomas Kuhn.
Unless you're Thomas Kuhn.
Then you're testing the course's patience.
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
That one was a little off key. I actually talked to Matt about that after the round.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that was actually more just a regular D.
Yeah.
Yeah, disappointing, but that's okay. It's Canmore.
Yep. A lot of holes to make up, and anything can happen on this course from round to round, from hole to hole. So
yeah,
you really can't get too down off bogey out here.
No. Coda just happy that the round was over.
Yeah, that's an I believe that's a triple. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I love that. Oh, you guys are too much.
And Zach and Thomas walking away with pars and getting strokes on the card here. That's fairly common on hole 13. It's not huge distance-wise, but it is a very demanding hole.
Yep.
Just couldn't be easier.
How does he do it?
Yeah.
How does he do it?
You just drop it in the basket.
I think there's scholars researching his putt.
Yeah.
All right. Hole 14.
Look at this shot.
One of the icons. So 2 routes, or 3 routes really, that you want to take. The basket is just buried. What is it? 382 feet?
Yeah.
If you have a big forehand, you want to just throw a forehand as hard as you can.
Basically straight down the fairway, kind of.
Yeah, and then it'll just hook into the green. The other one is a big hyzer over on the right-hand side. Hopefully that crashes in. And then trying to go straight up the middle through those trees. Sometimes it's sort of a poke and pray and just kind of hope it settles. This green is not easy to hit, and a very common miss is missing to the left, and it's bad because if you're throwing either the hyzer or if you're throwing a hyzer to the right, it's going to go down that little, it's going to go down the hill, or rolls or rollaways are also a big one too. You could easily find yourself putting, what you thought was going to be about 30 feet was going to be, 100 feet. And wait, did someone just sub in for Thomas? There's some guy. Oh,
well, whoever it is that knows how to throw darts out there.
Is that his brother? Is that his brother?
That might have been his brother. No, Thomas going with fluorescent
shot.
yellow look.
I didn't know it was that close.
We're out in the sun now, so it's starting to warm up. You can see a little bit more sunlight out there as the day progresses.
Yep.
Also, I just want to go back to that drone overview. I think that's the prettiest drone flyover we're going to do the entire year. This hole is unbelievable.
It's fun. It's got the views, and it makes you want to crush a disc, and it's just just
showing
that's
us
the right emotions.
Yeah. The backhand line here, like you said, you got to get a little bit lucky because there are more trees over on the left-hand side, obviously. So you're just putting it out into a space, hoping that you got your distance right and hoping that you find your way through the right trees.
Coda going forehand, little bit
Not
shallower.
quite turned enough. Going to be inside,
But
good distance.
pin high, great shot.
Yep. Yeah, this is just the stuff that disc golf dreams are made of out here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Zach got a little bit unlucky behind a tree. Doesn't quite get it past the outstretched branch there.
Yeah.
Downhill putt for Coda.
Nice try.
And that should settle on the wood chips. I don't know what we do without these wood chips.
Wood chips are those rocks behind that's
We have a bit of a rock wall.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt.
very happy those rocks were there.
Yeah. Same for you. It looks like you're having a tough day out there.
Yeah, I think you were behind me most of the time. You definitely heard a little
Yeah.
but then you're like, oh, nice putt, Thomas.
Yeah.
Nice putt, Coda. Nice putt, Zach.
Thomas is just casually carving up this course out there. Getting the birdies where he can. Keeping off the bogey train.
Yeah, just staying clean.
Yeah.
Clean Thomas Kuhn.
Yeah. You just want to be opportunistic out there on this course. There's some holes where you really got to get a birdie. And then there's some holes where you really got to avoid a bogey.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas gets one on the card again.
Yep. Par is a nice score for this hole. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great forehand form by Zach there.
Oh,
Love
player
it.
card right there.
Yeah.
That's
All right, you get a little bit of respite on hole 15 here. It's 292 feet. It feels maybe even shorter than that. I think on the hole, maybe it's downhill. It sort of goes uphill for a bit and then downhill, and it's just a nice sort of lazy hyzer. You got to push the back edge there on the right and hope it doesn't crash in too hard. So, you know, a relatively stable mid or a fairway drive or something that pushes straight most of the way and just has a nice soft left finish for the right-hand players. And you want to get over there's a fallen log that sort of separates circle 1 from circle 2.
Tom is showing the line that you want. Yeah, pushing those trees and having it just come back.
That is beautiful.
And yeah, landing it quite nicely.
Yeah.
If you're even up on the ledge, if you had a putt downhill, that would have been great too. Zach
Really testing the back
right.
edge a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You really do want to push it all the way to the backside of the fairway on this one, though.
Yeah. Very tough to do. Even have something just gently flip up. Even
Yeah.
if it does that and just settles. Like, you don't want this to happen because then it bails out. And like a lot of these greens around Canmore is that they've got a little bit of a slope to it. And usually it's the hyzer that falls, that kicks down the hill.
Yeah.
Coda's got some sunglasses on now.
Yeah.
Looking cool, dude.
Cool Coda.
Yeah.
That shot wasn't the coolest, but
No.
we'll still call him cool. Good focus here by Zach. Hoping to lob in the long range one. Just about
nice
gets it to
try.
fall.
We've had a lot of real close calls on this card, I got to admit.
Yeah.
Coda going for it.
Are you kidding me, Coda? And are you lining up the skinny gap
I'm
here?
lining up the skinny gap. Oh, I really wanted that.
Yeah.
And then Thomas makes it look easy.
His was shorter, though. But still, great putt by
Still
Thomas.
great putt, yep. The margin of error is very small on that.
Yeah. He lets out a little bit of a exhale. He tried to look cool there, but it might have been a little bit of a stressful one for him.
That might have been a bit of a funny smile.
He's having a good time out there.
It's great.
Yeah.
Just looking forward to the next hole, really. What is this?
That's the log on hole 15 that we just saw.
Oh.
Yeah. So Ben Loggins gets in with an 8 down.
Wow.
What a round.
Oh, man.
Thomas is doing really well. He's tied with Scott Jameson. Scott gets in at 5 down. Thomas is at 5 down through 15. We've got Brandon Redekop and Scott Biker at 4 down. Eric Lowen, Noah Higgins making his way up. Probably some late birdies there to get to 3 down. And Kyle Weens and Nate Donauer and Luke Morstead round out our top 10 going into hole 16 here for our feature card. Good spread of scores.
Isn't it crazy how the names, there are multiple names, even over this round, all the different names that jump up and down on these.
Because there's birdies and there's bogeys out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of these holes are score separators.
Yep.
That's what makes it fun out here. Hole 16, this is a huge hole.
Love this hole. 469, the safe play. It's a huge crush off the bridge, very iconic. The one you want to do is try and land it on the path. Some people who are gutsy enough will actually try to go through a bit of a sucker gap at the top, and if you do, you are rewarded with the green up at the top. When you get to the green, you're like, "There's no way this is a par 3, no way."
Yeah.
But there were some birdies on the day, I think, or during the weekend. But having a look, it's like a magnified gap.
Yeah.
It's just so cool.
The valley sort of plays tricks with your minds a little bit. It's a really difficult distance to gauge, and you just want to throw something straight, but then you realize it's 469 feet.
Yes. And I do have to give props to the Canmore Nordic Center, or whoever did this, cleaned out a bunch of the trees, especially on the left and right hand side. If it landed in any one of those areas, if you hit early, good luck finding your disc. It's nice and clear down there. It's not easy to come back from it.
Right. And how would you know that, Jeremy?
Well, I just ended up on the right hand side, and but I think it ended up better than I thought it did. I thought I was way down in the valley, but I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
Coda looking like he wants to just destroy.
He's got the power.
this.
If that flips up just a little bit for him, might stay on the path.
Yeah, and that is optimal.
Wow.
It's so good.
Almost pin high, just below the basket there. Gonna have a jump putt for birdie.
Yep. And, to add to it, there's often at least a 1 or 2 card backup on this hole, which
Yeah.
most of us don't mind. We don't mind watching people tee off from this.
But it's kind of nerve-wracking. You're waiting your turn to throw off of this bridge across this valley.
Yeah. We saw a black bear mama and some cubs, I think day 3 on the bridge.
Wow.
And it was pretty cool. Oh, that was not.
That's still a great approach for you.
Yeah.
You got through the trees on the right there.
Yeah.
Thomas is all the way down at the bottom of this hill, just trying to get back up to the fairway. And he hits a tree and rolls back down the hill. He's having a good round, so you hope this isn't going to derail him totally here.
Yeah.
Second try up the hill.
He put away the orange disc, and now he has a purple disc in there.
I think he sees a gap. And he almost throws it in.
Thomas Kuhn, quit doing that. It's too good.
Guy just throws magic sometimes.
Zach. A little too much hyzer on that putt, but still a nice run.
Yeah, great
Settled
effort.
down.
Right.
Coda again going with that forehand approach.
Yeah. Nice and safe.
Yeah. I think he was aiming for a nice safe approach at that little shrub behind it.
Yeah, and I think it was maybe a little bit further away than it looked from the original camera. Great putt, Jeremy.
Boom.
That is a great save from being up on the hill on the right there.
Oh, thank you. Would you believe me if I tried to go that route again the second day and third day and it did not go the same
I
way?
would absolutely believe you.
Okay, good.
That's usually how it goes. It's a 4 or more if you're way up on the right there. Yeah, really nice
putt.
par.
Yep, nice cleanup. Thomas Kuhn, get this hole behind you. Move on to the next one.
Gives one back, but could have been worse.
Yeah.
Here's the bridge that you were talking about.
Oh,
That's just a fun throw.
yeah, it really is.
This is one of those ones you just want to go out and play over and over again.
And when you actually do lace one, you've got anywhere from 4 to 8 people behind you just letting you know you threw a nice shot.
Yeah.
And then when not, it's the most silent group of people you've ever met.
You bet. Hole 17, downhill 356 feet, plays a lot less than that because it is very severely downhill. You want to throw something straight down the gap again, pretty similar to a couple of the other holes on this course. Straight down the hill, finishes left at the end, but this one's downhill, so different shapes required. Do you throw it, do you hug the ground, do you lob it way up into the air?
Yep. Jaylee on the left, Jaylee on the right, Valley on the right, up on the hill on the left. And typically you want to throw a neutral fairway driver or
that. You want to throw that.
Or a hex.
Yeah.
You just got to throw a hex at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was absolutely to perfection.
Yeah. You want it just to flip up and just keep riding.
Yeah. And Coda just hits a tree on the left. He didn't quite make it straight far enough. So he's going to be in a little bit of trouble on the left over there.
Yep. Because you want to hug the left-hand side to get the disc to come up.
Yeah.
And those trees really come into play pretty quick, especially if your disc doesn't flip up.
Yeah. Thomas didn't like that one out of his hand. Could have been a worse result. He's still going to have a chance to get up there. And Zach, he's hoping this one's going to hook up in a hurry. Just stays a little bit deep on the right-hand side, but he's going to fall in a similar spot to Thomas. Yeah, that's fine over there.
Down there, got a putt.
Down low, I think, is usually a little bit safer than left and early where Coda went.
Yeah. Forehand roller maybe from there.
Oh, yeah. Always throw a forehand putter roller whenever you can.
Great approach by Zach.
Yeah. Let's see what Coda's got to work with here. Oh, he's got the gap. He found the gap. There is a gap down there.
Going to the little Annie putt.
Oh, just off the band.
Oh, and good. No bad roll away. That's another thing that happens on these holes, too.
Yeah, another basket on a mound.
Nice try by Thomas.
Yep. Solid bid. You can really run from that angle with the backstop behind you.
Yep.
So he did, and Coda gets in. Good par save from where he ended
Coda
up.
was really, really early.
No, he was somewhat early. Ooh.
It went in. It went in. Just take it, Jeremy, and go to the next one. Don't worry about it.
Thomas letting you know that you got away with one there. Thomas is an encouraging card mate, but he'll also give you a little bit of a rib every now and then.
Oh yeah, it's the best kind.
Yeah. All right. The other maybe hardest hole on the course. This is the finishing hole. It's been the site of some crazy finishes. Might be again this year. Stay tuned. Hole 18. Tell us about it, Jeremy.
Sure. Straight up the hill. Just straight up the hill and straight. If you're on the hill, you're standing on top of the that sort of railing or the wall, the retaining wall. And if you're on the right-hand side, you're down into the valley and you're pitching up back onto the fairway, 90 degrees to where you want to be. There's just nothing about it. And then when you get near the basket, it looks nice and easy, but to get up there are rollaways galore. It's a steep hill up top.
Nasty finishing hole.
Nasty finishing hole, but one that you want to keep playing over and over again.
Yeah.
Especially when you do this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you kick back to the right spot at least.
Yeah. The play you want to go for is something that's a mildly understable. So throw it to the left, have it hook up to, let it come over to the right hand side.
Yeah.
Coda
showed us the right shape there. He just leaked it out a little bit to the left, but he had the right angle on that.
Yeah. Or the other play, very commonly, is kind of what Thomas is doing. Have that bank off the side of the hill and hopefully roll back down into the fairway. Or if you're on top of the wall, it's not too bad.
It's a standstill from up there usually.
There's been enough people standing on that wall that it's now a good runway.
Yeah.
In most places.
If this can finish, this is great for Zach, but it's doesn't quite finish on time, and he's back down into the jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. That right side is unpleasant, to say the least.
Yep.
Big standstill with the driver.
Yep. I really wanted to bite off some of that distance.
Yeah.
Which
looks like it didn't quite work out for you on this one.
Danger. Yeah. Coda going for it. And that's the nice part about this hole too. If you get a drive up there far enough, you can try and just boom it up there at the risk of it falling down on the right-hand side.
Yeah, you got nothing down there.
Yep. Smile was off my face. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that was an unhappy and very fast pitch out from the trees.
Shout out to Matt, who ran down to get the footage, but I had already thrown it and was walking back up. And next time, if I'm on coverage, Matt, I'll just let you know that I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
This is your fourth shot now?
Fourth shot.
Yeah. This is the best of the four. If it stays up there. Wow, there you go.
Yes.
Great recovery.
Yeah, pretty good. Thomas showing off some of that acrobatic skills.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this is, when you're up there, you don't have a run up at all. I think he's going to try and step into it a little bit here.
Yeah.
Which is more than most people get to do. And you sort of under-rotate pretty commonly up there. Sometimes you crank it over a little bit too hard.
Ooh, nice kick back onto the fairway.
He really gets away with one there. It's not all the way up there, but it's safe, and he's going to have a relatively routine upshot, even though there's really no such thing as a routine upshot onto the screen.
Yep.
I like this play a lot from Zach.
Yeah.
Flex out a forehand. It's going to match the grade of the hill when you get up there. Doesn't quite sneak through all the way, but I really like the idea there from Zach.
I do too. I do like the idea of especially putting it on a bit of an angle. You might avoid some of the trees. Hopefully.
Yeah. Great shot by Thomas. Easy finish for him. I think he almost threw that in again.
Yeah.
Coda's just chucking forehands at baskets all day out here.
Coda wants to stay remaining on coverage as much as possible.
Yeah. You can definitely see the skills there. He is a talented young player. Tough bogey finish, but
look at that view. So
also,
nice.
You know, from how it started out, good bogey. You hate to say good bogey, but
great bogey.
Yep.
Yeah, great bogey. Zach.
He's going to finish up with the tough bogey. Good bogey.
The number of people you talk to after a round, after hole 18, and they say, how did your round go? And they go, well, I did well. And
Until
then doubled or tripled 18.
Yep. And good pars from Coda and Thomas getting out unscathed on hole 18. Thomas at -4. We'll find out if that's enough to keep him on lead card here. But fun round. Great guys. You have fun out there?
Great morning. Yep. Always love this tournament. Just kind of brings the best out in you, even though maybe sometimes it doesn't go your way. Every year. Sign up if you can. I mean, don't sign up. I just want to play this tournament.
Yeah. All right. We got Ben Loggins with his 8 down. He is staying in front. That's your hot round for the day. Scott Jameson from Ontario and Scott Biker, both at 5 down. We're going to get the twin Scotts out there. And Thomas Kuhn, I believe by virtue of PDGA number, stays on lead card going into round 2, just edging out Brandon Redicop. We got Noah Higgins lurking. We got Eric Lowen lurking. We got a bunch of people lurking behind them. This thing is far from over. Thank you for tuning in. Consider subscribing to our Patreon if you want to help get coverage like this in Canada. Hit us up on the comments, on the likes, do all the things, and please check out round 2. It's going to be another wild one out there. From Matt and Jeremy,
See ya.